Come Sahabat. Okay. Don't call me that. I'm sure that's like an insult. The Commonwealth of the Pacific welcomes you. Okay, sure. Goodbye. Diplomacy in this game, I don't know. It's a thing. All this miasma. This is a lot of miasma for this area. We'll probably want to get the satellite that can clear out miasma. So that kind of shows you like how you start to adapt to the environment that you're given. You know, we start to see all this miasma and we start to think about ways we can deal with it. So I'm not going for the Harmony branch. If I were, I would probably try to push for the technologies that make miasma a positive thing and just encourage it to spread everywhere. But I'm not. We're going supremacy. We're going to be cybernetic and like we're basically gonna be the Borg. So yeah, that is the whole situation. I'm a little nervous. He's getting a lot of damage, and these alien wolf beetles are vicious predators. Like, they're gonna be annoyed that I'm there. We might lose our first explorer, which is a real shame. I just gotta get him south of them and away from this nest, and we'll be okay. But you know. Any miasma here? No, good. I think we're getting clear of it. It's weird that I guess yeah, this forest is using up his movement, so I was wondering why he wasn't getting much movement off of it, but there you go. Moving through the forest. Oh dear. That's not good. Yeah, like I said, we're probably gonna lose our explorer if we can't just if we get away from them. Daoming Solkua. Actually, that is not how you pronounce that. It'd be like Jiaoming Shoku, I think. I'm not good at Han Chinese, so. And by not good, I mean I've never taken a lesson or anything of that nature. Pon, the Bread Asian Cooperative. Cool. Nice to meet you. Now the factions, they do get touchy-feely sometimes. Oh, this is bad. Let's see if we can get away. I wish it would tell me how much movement this is going to take. Okay, I got one more. We're running. At this point, we're running because I'm going to need to get to a safe area with no miasma, far away from the bugs, and order the explorer to heal. Because losing your first explorer, it can be quite bad. So, anywho, continuing. And yeah, early turns, not much is going to happen. Oh. And that's another really cool thing. I talked about how adaptable things get, and that's one of them. Over time, basically these expeditions appear, and they're kind of like super villages. They have really good bonuses. Let's see, is this on miasma? Yes. So he has to heal up to full in order to work this. Otherwise, he'll get killed from the miasma. So no miasma here, right? This seems safe. Because we got, it's defensive. You know, we've got the ocean right here, so we know nothing can come at us from over here. Wide open plains, so we have a good viewpoint. Let's heal up. It's going to take a while to heal, but I think it's worth doing. So. But this is nice. Like, it's one of those things that they were talking about. They want the gameplay to be dynamic, to force you to think on your toes. Over time, these things will appear. You know, just they're in orbit around us. They're crash landing, and if you get to them, you can get really good bonuses. So I really like that. I like the fact that there's these events that can happen that can really change the course of what you're doing. Let's see. A spacecraft, let's see, who built it? Cool, I want this quest, so we're definitely going to, once he heals up, send him here, and salvage the crashed satellite. So, yeah, it's, I've done this one before, and it's quite cool. And you see, they'll give you a hint that, oh, this lets you build up, some of these are just exploration related. Other quests, though, you'll see they help you gain, levels in the various affinities, so that's good. Oh, cool. Far Base 1. That's a good station. We'll probably work towards. What are stations? They're basically kind of like city states were in a way. The more you trade with them, and the more trade routes you have going into them, the more bonuses you'll get from the trade routes, and the better this city will get. The thing is, they are not defended. They don't build their own military. It's easy for other civilizations to just come in and plunder them. So it affects how everything works. Essentially, like you can have something like that and build a big relationship with them, and see how close they are to Chiangong. Chiangong might decide, let's plunder them, and then I lose that big trade partner. I take a hit on it. So it's cool. It gives you some dynamic interactions going on. Let's see. Unit needs orders. Oh, good. We built our first thing. Let's go and let's see. Yeah, we'll send this guy here and farm it, or plantation it, I guess. So I'll get us a boost to production, which is good. So let's see, Crab Baros. Now you do use gold to buy up land. So if you want to do an early land grab, maybe take that bonus 100 might be the thing to go for. Let's see, we got a clinic on the way, so that's good. Let's add to our queue. I do want to get a colonist going, so we'll queue that up. Get to work on our second city. I just want to have the science and food building up before that happened. So because you do lose you can't grow your city when you're building a colony. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay, moving along. New technology, ecology. I do like that they have the quotes and stuff. Like, it's just a shame that. Yeah. Like, again, I can keep repeating the same thing, but they could have had like a little picture along with it instead of this kind of generic, like, oh, it's biology related. They could have like a cool art for the ecology, or they could have. The narrator could be I don't know. It's so close to being awesome and not, and it's frustrating. Let's see. So it'll let us clear miasma, which is swell. We're going to want to do that. Ooh, we can get fiber and chitin. Awesome. And our city is growing, so huzzah. Now, as it grows, our health is going to take a penalty. Not quite yet. We're still pretty low from the city pollution stuff, but it does add up, and it's something you need to pay attention to. Because you get some very positive bonuses from having a high health. So it's stuff like golden science gets a huge boost. So you don't want to fall into the trap of very low health and unhappy citizens. So now, what are we going for? And it's a good question, because I'm tempted actually to go for the miasmic repulsor, but I might pick up, say, computing beforehand, or physics, something to boost maybe our science a bit. I don't know. Let me think about this a second. Genetic mapping is also a good one, because the gene vault, free worker units. It can be quite a way to grow your cities early on. This is another just pure boost. Pharmalab health, that's good. This will let us grow our cities. And that's culture stuff. See, you have to take so much time reading through to figure out what do I want. It's a node. This is part of a quest development. Oh, right. We want to work towards launching those satellites, and I don't remember what they're called. We'll have to look that up. A battle suit. That sounds awesome. Oh, it's a purity unique unit. We don't need purity. Let's I don't know. We'll get food and maybe science as well. Because early game you want food and science. That's just the way it is. Network. That's really good boost to science, but we don't have copper in the area. What is this? Spies are nice. Hmm. Interesting. So this is kind of a balance thing. It's a little expensive though. What about physics? Do get an Archer observatory. I like the launch complex, but we don't have much to pair with it just yet. And I haven't played much of the games. I'm not sure exactly what the reach techs are, what people think they are worth going for, but I don't know. Autonomous systems. Huh, that's pretty good. Free energy maintenance and +1. That's a good wonder, actually. I don't care about the movement, but extra gold is extra gold. Let's see. Tile improvement. Interesting. It's almost like a fortress, I think. Geoscaping. Like, some of the tech sounds so cool. Power systems. Geothermal. This looks pretty good because we do have a geothermal area nearby. I don't know. It's so tough to pick. Hey. Well, you know what? I'm gonna think about this. I'm gonna get some ideas in my head for what we should push for, and we'll come back next time. So that's gonna be the end of our episode. We played through a few turns. We did a lot of kind of podcasty, kind of like just talking about world affairs and all that. But I don't know. I think it's a good start, and I'm looking forward to the series. I don't know if I'm going to finish. Like, you know what? I'm not going to make any promises, but I'm going to definitely play this a bit. It's going to not be a series that I really push out, though. It's not going to be like Ark Survival Evolved or Banished. Like, I might do one of these, like one or two of these out a week. And if I see an interest, I'm going to push harder. So the reason for this decision is I've been looking at how my other 4X games have been doing, like how Warlock 2 has been doing, and it makes me nervous. And I definitely want to spend some time on this, but considering the fact that it hasn't gotten the greatest reviews, considering the fact that, you know, there are a few loyal fans and a lot of people who think it missed the mark, and consider the fact that the 4X genre just doesn't seem to really appeal to everybody. Gosh, I know I'm really selling the game, right? But considering those facts, I want to play this. I enjoy it personally. I get a lot of fun out of playing 4X games in general, and we'll see how it goes. Like, maybe what I might do is like longer episodes, but less of them. See how that goes. Like, aim for maybe a 40-minute episode, like once a week, as opposed to putting out like two or three 20-minute episodes every week. So we'll see. I'm still feeling my way with it, and trying to figure out not only what appeals to my viewers, but it's that balance, you know, that balance between what I enjoy playing and what people want to see and comment on and get excited about. So, you know, I have to come up with a good balance between those two needs. But we'll see how it goes. I definitely I'm excited for this series. I've really enjoyed it, actually. Like, I've gotten into Beyond Earth way more than I thought I would. And honestly, I think a lot of the criticism was just people had so much expectation going into this. You know, people from the Alpha Centauri days were like, oh, finally, I've been waiting over a decade for them to make a sequel to Alpha Centauri or a remastering of it. And it's not Alpha Centauri. It just isn't. It doesn't have that story. It doesn't have, you know, the workshop that you can build your own units in. So if you're expecting a spiritual successor to Alpha Centauri, you're gonna be a little disappointed. If you're expecting like Civ 5 in space, I think you're also gonna be a little bit disappointed. But if you go into it not thinking of, oh, it's not as good as this game or that game, if you let it stand on its own, I think it's still quite solid, and it's a good game. It's not one of the great games. It's not. I don't think it's gonna be a game that I come back to like decade after decade, but it's still enough of a game to get me interested in at least doing one playthrough, maybe more. We'll see how much fun it gets towards the end game and all that. But that's my take on it. I hope that like I didn't just like turn a lot of people off to watching the series, like saying, oh, if he's not gonna put in the effort, why should I watch it? But we'll see. We'll see. Oh man, I'm just hearing like me talk about it, and I'm worried that I'm kind of putting it down a bit. It's fun, and I'm enjoying it, and I'm gonna stick with it. So we'll see where it goes. We'll see how things end up, and who knows? Maybe it might end up like late in the game, just being really good. That's kind of what I've heard from people. If you're able to get through kind of the culture shock when you jump in and how different it is from what you expected it to be, it actually turns out to be a whole lot of fun as time goes by. So, and as you get further and further and deeper in the game. So, I'm looking forward to it. I think that it's quite a solid. There's some aspects of it, like gameplay, is so solid. Like, I love the idea that, oh, you have to adapt to these sudden like world sweeping changes. You have to like think on your feet. You have to be able to roll with these punches and take advantage of opportunities. I love that idea, because one thing the 4X genre can sometimes suffer from is you get stuck in these like, okay, now the next 40 turns, all I'm doing is like slowly building up to the next big acceleration. And a lot of 4X games kind of suffer from that, like mid-game blues, where you're just like enter. You're trying to get through turns so you can discover that one key tech that really like pushes you forward, that really changes how you're playing the game. In this case, I feel like it's a lot more, you don't really plan your tech tree. It's more something has happened and you have to respond and figure out a way to survive this situation, which is cool. I think it's a really solid gameplay decision, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's a shame though that like the effort that they put into doing that and making the gameplay really compelling and interesting wasn't also applied towards the story, because that's the weakest part. You know, you expect there to be a really intriguing story, something that draws you in, that gets you really empathetic for the characters, and instead you're taking control of some Pan-Asian cooperative. That doesn't mean anything to me. As a person, I need to see a face. I need to see like, oh, here's this character. You know, they were the darling of the Chinese meritocracy, and yet they decide to help the poor, or something of that nature. You know, like something that really draws you in the character's viewpoint and gets you interested in it. And it's a shame because actually, if you get in the Civilopedia, I'm not even sure how to pull it up. Let's see. Is it open? Here we go. Like, yeah, we get into this. There is a story. There absolutely is a story. And it's such a shame that they have the story, but they didn't present it in a way that would be easy to access. It would get you involved. I'm going to pull it up real quick. Let's find out the whole background to the Slavic Federation. Where are they again? Let's see. Go up one. Here we go. Sponsors and leaders. So let's learn about. And I'll do like one of these each turn. Where is he? General Vladimir Kozlov. So look at all this story, right? Heck, let's end with reading about our background. And look at his title, Cosmonaut of the People. How cool is that? Like, this guy is the chief space scientist for the Slavic Federation. He's like, you know, the bee's knees when it comes to orbital stuff. Like, he's a hero of the Federation. I want to know about this guy. I don't want to know about the Federation. I want to know about him. I want to know, like, his life, his times. So, if they present this, if this was the face that you see at the beginning, I honestly believe it would have been a totally different game. Just absolutely, it would completely change the storyline. It would have made the story compelling. It would have drawn you into it. it would make you say, "Oh, yeah, you remember all the crazy times we had playing as, that general Vadim? Yeah, oh, Vadim's so cool. Yeah, I love his faction. And I still do that with Alpha Centauri. I still remember characters like Lady Deidre Sky and her crazy quotes. I still remember like songs from what was it, like the Spartan Federation. I don't know, but I've been told. How's it go? I don't know, but I've been told Deidre's got a network node, loves to pushy on off switch, dig that crazy guy and witch. How awesome is that? Like, yes, like stuff like that. That's why I play games. That's why I get drawn into that story. It's the fact that they had that kind of flavor text, the fact that they really thought about the leaders' mindsets, how that would affect their faction. Oh, so good, and they could have had that here, and they didn't do it. It's like all they had to do is, instead of these sponsors, I'm picking, the people, the leaders. That's it. That's so close, so close. It's like missing the mark by .01. Anyway, I'm gonna take a quick sip of water, and then we're gonna do some background reading. We're gonna learn everything about our Vadim Petrovich Kozlov. So, one second. All right, let's learn about our hero of the Federation, the cosmonaut of the people. The most celebrated... Should I read this in my fake accent? Yeah, I think I should. The most celebrated cosmonaut since Yuri Gagarin. Vadim Kozlov came from a working-class family, but rose to heroic stature in the years before the seeding. Eldest son of parents who labored as itinerant steelworkers and welders. Vadim acquired his limited formal education in industrial cities scattered across the Federation. Krakow, okay, I can't pronounce that one. Bigovitz, Lublin, Minsk, Vitebsk, Donetsk, and Dmitro... Oh, I give up. Sorry, I'm not good at Slavic whatsoever. Vadim answered the call for construction volunteers issued by Roscosmos, the Resurgent Federation Space Agency. Minimally trained in zero-G construction methods, Kozlov was sent to work on building the second Federation Earth Orbit satellite station. He was soon promoted to foreman of his shift due to his aptitude for weightless labor, consisting of practical experience in heavy construction. Okay, I'm behind that. I like that guy. That's cool. He worked his way up from nothing. He was working class family. Labored as steel workers and welders, and he says, "No, I'm going to move past that. I'm going to be the guy up in space. I have aspirations and dreams." Oh, that's what they should have done, Anyway, let's continue. Career in space. I think I'm going to give up the accent. It's stupid. It almost sounds like an Indian accent, and should I continue? I feel like I'm offending people too. We don't sound like that, bro. Let's see. Inducted in the armed forces and immediately given the rank of colonel. Vadim took advantage of part-time educational programs to gain a comp diploma in aerospace engineering. Over the next decade, he became the public face of the Federation efforts to exploit the vast resources of space. Kozlov was the first citizen of the Federation to set foot on Mars. For this, he was made a hero of the people and promoted to general in Roscosmos. 6 years later, he led the mission to map Sol's asteroid belt in preparation for mining operations. For this success, Kozlov was awarded a second Heroes Medal and promoted again. Oh my gosh, the first guy on Mars? Why did they think we'd be more interested in Polystrasia, Slavic Federation? No, put these guys in the front. Oh, what a shame. And then, goes on. He's an incredible. Okay, maybe I should do. I don't know. People probably either people think it's funny or they think it's obnoxious. I kind of like doing it. I'm gonna do it. Incredibly popular. Let me get in the mindset. So, incredibly popular among the working class, a devoted family man and fiercely loyal to the Slavic. Forget it. To the Slavic state that had rewarded his hard work. Kozlov eschewed offers to enter politics or move into the civilian realm. At the age of 35, he was overseeing Roscosmos construction projects on Earth, Mars, and in space. He was not reticent in pitching in personally. Oh, so yeah, he likes to get down and dirty with like building the stuff. He's there with the workers. People love him. He's a manager that leads by doing. To do manual labor during inspections of construction sites on Earth, elevating his reputation evermore as a self-efficacious, self-made, successful servant of the people. Both professionally and personally, Vadim Kozlov appeared content. I love this. And all the stories are quite cool and well thought out, and they hide them. Why? Why would you do that? Oh well. It happened, you gotta deal with it, but it's all here in the Silipia. This is the story they should have been pushing, and they just don't do it. Yet Vadim made no effort to disguise his desire to return to space. In his early 40s, when the Slavic colonization effort was launched, Kozlov volunteered to head one of the missions. Oh God, forget it. He was promptly accepted and threw himself into the role of mission commander with the vigor and consummate professionalism for which he was famed. It has been surmised that he was urged to volunteer by his beloved wife, who hoped to give their children opportunities on a new world not available to the overcrowded and calcifying Slavic Confederation. Whatever the truth of such rumors, in the colony mission, Kozlov was able to combine all the loves of his life: space travel, exploration, engineering, family, and federation. I love that. I love that concept, Why didn't they make that the focus? I said my piece. I've said, my issues with it, and it's sad to think how close they were and how far they were from it. Anyway, we'll end it on that. This episode has probably gone on like 2 hours. I'll probably chop, but when we come back, we're going to choose a research, and we're going to proceed. We'll probably found a second city. We'll do some exploration. We'll see if we can recover this little crashed satellite and all that fun. So look forward to it, and appreciate everyone tuning in. I want this series to be a success, and we'll see how it goes. Like I'm saying, I think putting these videos out as longer videos, but less often, might be the way to go. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, look forward to us. We're definitely going to get into the nitty gritty for this. We're definitely going to do quite a few things on it. So the other thing is, it's going to be a commercial-free series. That's not definitive. If I can get permission to run ads, I will. I doubt it's going to happen though. 2K Games it seems like they're very anti-advertising on YouTube. So it's kind of rough because I know I'm going to have to put in a lot of time to get the series to be a success. But, I figure I can put it out there. They do allow you to do commercial-free Let's Play as long as you don't put too many spoilers for the game out. Like, they don't want to see any cutscenes, for instance. So with that in mind, like, this series, it's probably going to be one that I do infrequently for those reasons, but at the same time, we'll definitely, like, pursue it and see how things turn out. I do think I'm going to really enjoy the series, and sometimes you just got to play for fun, and all that, so we'll see how it goes. Anywho, I'll get back to you in the next game, and we'll do some research and all that jazz. So, thanks for tuning in, and I hope you all have a great day, huh? Bye!